Hey guys, it's Caroline Grace, and today I want to talk about one of my favorite books, Every Day by David Leviathan. This book is really good. I was a little apprehensive because I'm not a big romance fan, and the book is marketed as a romance book. But it was actually really good and told in a really fun way. It follows the journey of this character named A. So every day, A wakes up as a different person, and they have to go through life as this different person every day. Except one day, A wakes up and they find this girl named Rhiannon, and they really like her, except they know that every day they wake up as someone new, and it's not realistic to be dating anyone or any of that, because one day they could wake up in America, and the next day they could wake up in the middle of France. So there's no real, sustainability. Every day they have different challenges they have to face. They have to adapt to everyone's different lifestyle, different friends, all of that stuff. And as far as A knows, they are the only creature like them. So they feel very lonely. Part of what makes this book really interesting is that every day A has to be someone new. So you're not just, it's the same protagonist that you're following around all the time, but they have to act differently every day. They have the memories of the person they are playing for the day. So every day they're a slightly different character, which is just a really cool concept and really interesting to read about. Part of what I really liked about this book is I feel like really anyone could identify with the protagonist, because their experience is so varied, and even though none of us wake up every day as a different person, we all have felt a little lost sometimes. We've all struggled with our identity some, and especially as an adolescent, I think the majority of us, if not all of us, have struggled with coming to terms with who we are and figuring out what our identity is and what we really like and what we don't like. And so though A has a very different experience to us, I personally found it was pretty easy to relate to them, and it was easy to relate to their struggles. And again, I am not a romance fan. I don't read romance books as a general rule. This book is different because, while it is kind of similar to the boy and girl meet, well, it's not a boy, it's a creature, but it's a unique twist on the trope, I feel like, that no one else has done before. So, which is the only time I can really get behind classic romance tropes, is if there's a really big, unique twist. Things like the love interest Rhiannon, she has to get used to A sometimes waking up as a girl, and Rhiannon has to come to terms with that and see if that's something she can handle, because A doesn't always wake up as a guy, because A is genderless. And the obstacles they face are wholly unique to this book. It's not something you can find in many other books, if any. Another part I really like about this romance book, and the few romance books I do like, what I like about most of them is the characters aren't flat. They have a personality, especially when the love interest has a personality outside of just being the love interest. The characters are not flat, they're very round, and we get a full picture of them. It's definitely a really interesting read, and I would definitely recommend. It's one of those books you could get lost in for hours. And if you read this book and want to share what your guys' thoughts were, also feel free to leave those down below in the comments. Please feel free to share any future book recommendations in the comments down below, and I will do my best to read them and hopefully make a video on them in the future. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!